Trojan Sports Now.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Justin McNelley.
Filling in for Jonathan Sellers, who is on assignment, and I'm Danielle Percival. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Sports. Well, the Trojans hadn't played in over a week and a half, which is plenty of time to prepare for Western Kentucky, right? Unfortunately, though, there are some things you can't prepare for. The Trojans jumped out to a 10-0 lead early, but the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky battled back to take the game 31-26.
I knew it would be a physical battle, as it turned out to be, and they got the best of us.
With less than a minute to go before halftime, quarterback Corey Robinson was knocked out of the game. Robinson does appear to be all right, however, he is being observed for concussion-like symptoms.
He's at the hospital, and I took him to the emergency room. We're hoping, I think Chuck's going to try to get him to keep him and observe him overnight at least, and then go from there. He was knocked out, though, so either he got hit in somewhere that made him lose consciousness.
While Blakeney was able to see and hear from trainers what happened, players didn't have as clear a picture of the situation.
I honestly thought he was going to get back up. Of course, he's a tough guy, I mean, I seen him get hit a couple times, and he just popped right back up. But when I just saw him just laying there, I was just like, uh-oh, And you can kind of tell the team kind of go down a little bit.
I didn't see the hit, but I didn't think it was that serious. So I thought he was going to come back at halftime and be just fine. But when everybody started saying he wasn't coming back, he was done, the whole team just got behind me, and they was motivating me to finish the game and try to get out there and make plays for us to win. Anthony has seen snaps throughout the season, so he knows the offense pretty well. He not only has some experience, but also the full support of the team. Deion came in and played real good, He just made us came out and just keep fighting.
You got to stand behind whatever we have and whoever we have out there, so whatever we did. I don't think it's going to be like any downside to Deion playing quarterback, because Deion a good athlete. He can run, throw, so he can get it done too.
We got a good guy in Deion right behind him. I mean, it's really not much separating them guys. They both work as hard, together. They push each other through practice, and he's a really good player. So, we just have to keep moving forward and see able to come back. We're glad to have him, but we also have Deion to back him up.
While the main story of the game was the quarterback situation, there are still some key plays to highlight. Now, you've already seen it once. Corey Robinson's only touchdown pass of the night, but what a beauty it was. Nice little over-the-shoulders catch by Reeves. You can't throw it any better than that. Robinson was 6 of 11 for 106 yards, and Reeves finished with 3 receptions for 110 yards and the score. But here's one you don't see often. Will Scott lined up for the 18-yard field goal, but it's a fake. Jaquan Robinson with the pitch to DJ Taylor, who kicks it in gear, and just like that, it's 17-7 Trojans. Moving on to the fourth quarter and the Trojans' final touchdown. Just watch. Deion Anthony, 47 yards to Eric Thomas. This is exactly why I love football. Looking at it again, it's Anthony showing the arm strength. The defender goes for the pick, and now you see why the tip drill is important. And of course, who needs a celebration after a play like that? Come at me, bro.
And in Friday's game, the Trojan soccer team fell again to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State, bringing Troy's losing streak up to 6 games. The Trojans fell behind early after a goal in the 15th minute, followed up by an additional goal in the 33rd minute. Troy cut the lead to 1 with 2 minutes remaining after a goal by Jasmine Farnbauer, but that was all the Trojans were able to muster as they fell 2-1 heading into a Sunday matchup with Arkansas Little Rock. Troy celebrated Senior Day with a 4-0 win over ULAR on Sunday afternoon at the Troy Soccer Complex. 3 different Troy Trojans scored, including 2 by Chelsea Williams, who now leads the team with 7 goals. Maddie Winter picked up her 6th win of the season, making 6 saves for her 2nd shutout of the season. The victory was Troy's first win in Sunbelt play. Coach Chris Bentley says his team made the improvements necessary to get the victory.
Today we did what we needed to win, and that was what it came down to. We worked hard for it, but I think we could do a lot better things in the attack. Didn't do great with that, and we were a little bit disorganized today, to be honest. So there's things we can work on this week, but I think this is a great confidence booster for us moving forward.
Troy is now 1-4 in conference and hopes to continue the progress this weekend against Middle Tennessee State.
The volleyball team was also facing the Arkansas teams of the Sun Belt this past weekend and had similar results as the soccer team. The Trojans put a 3-game win streak on the line Friday night against Arkansas State, but the Red Wolves proved to be too much for the Trojans to handle as they won 3-1. Blair Winston led Troy with 15 kills but also posted 12 errors. Courtney Cohen led Troy with 18 digs while Alexandra Alexander was right behind her. Alexander had 16 digs and 39 assists for her 12th double-double of the season. And just like the soccer team, volleyball had the chance to split the weekend with a victory over the other Trojans in the Sun Belt, and that's exactly what they got. Troy defeated Sun Belt co-leader UALR on the road Saturday 3-1 with scores of 25-20, 16-25, 25-18, and 25-14. The loss was the first in Sun Belt play for the West Division leading Trojans from UALR. Offensively, Troy was led by Blair Winston's 17 kills. Devin Von Pingle fell just short of a season high with 13 kills, while Brianna Cullity was also in double figures with 14. The win was the second in program history for Troy over UALR and the first ever in Little Rock. The 4-2 start in Sun Belt play is the best in Troy history.
And the cross-country teams took part in the FSU Invitational this past weekend. The women's team finished in 13th place out of 17 teams in the 6K race. Julia Ostendorf led the women's with a 28th place finish and a time of 23 minutes and 23.2 seconds. Behind her was Morgan Paulson finishing with a time of 23 minutes and 28.1 seconds. The men were led in the 8K by Enoch Karui, who finished 17th with a time of 26 minutes and 17 seconds.
Well, the USTA Tennis Classic of Troy began Sunday for the 10th consecutive year, and 2 Trojan tennis players competed in the first day of action. Hannah Toro, a sophomore from Great Britain, defeated her American opponent Brittany Lashway in a comeback victory. Caroline Grimmel, a senior from Germany, lost her opening round qualifying match to Wendy Kiwenzong of Canada. Another familiar name in the tennis world had a victory on Sunday. That would be Sharapova, not Maria, but her cousin Daria Sharapova. Toro's individual success ended, though, on Monday against American Lauren Albanese. However, in doubles play, Toro and her partner Macy Epstein pulled one of the biggest upsets in the tournament's 10-year history. They defeated the number 2 seed in 3 sets, and Toro will likely be in the world rankings in doubles play in the coming week.
And the Trojan Rodeo teams picked up some key points this past weekend in the Murray State University Rodeo. The women's team added a 2nd place finish to their win last month. Cassandra Smith led the way for the Trojans, finishing 2nd overall. And the men's team improved from a last place finish to a 5th place finish in Murray. Albert McBride led the men's side with a 3rd place overall finish.
Troy University has hired a new coach to help assist with the football, baseball, and tennis teams. Brandon Sanders was hired to be the new assistant strength and conditioning coach at Troy. Sanders will assist Richard Shaughnessy with the football team while primarily working with the baseball and tennis teams. Sanders spent last year as the interim strength and conditioning coach for the Florida State baseball team and was a graduate assistant there for the past 2 years.
Trojan Sports Now.